Go.
Fifers arriving. Welcome to the Fifers. I'm Rocky, that's Gillian Thumper. And today we're going to talk about whatever we want to talk about on episode 53, which could be a free for all or have a specific topic. And whoever wants to start can start now.
Oh, I got something for you, Rocky, right here, brother.
All right, let's see what this silly stuff is.
Y'all think you'll like it though. This is gonna start off with food. It's what this is gonna start off with right here. Molly in there too.
What is that?
A birria tamale burrito.
Send that to me online. I'm going to show my wife.
I figured you would like that. You know, I see that. Oh hell yeah, that looks fucking good.
I'm going to ask Hyde about that. She may have seen it on TikTok, but
I mean, even with the beans, I ain't a beans guy, but I would probably try that if I could.
you know, I do like beans with the burrito.
Yeah.
Like whether it's beef and beans, it could be ground beef and beans, the birria and beans, the carne asada and beans, or the chicken and beans, or the pork and beans. Not like the fucking Weezer song, which is a great song, pork and beans, but nonetheless, pork and beans. But I really don't eat a whole lot of pork anymore. It kind of like makes my stomach kind of not feel good.
Yeah, I'm gonna send this. Let's see.
I eat a ton of pork now.
I'm sending
I
it to
actually
you.
I went years without eating pork, and now I'm eating more, and I'm fucking happy because my ex, she wouldn't eat pork, so I never cooked pork. You know, it was really rare that I did pork. Now that she's gone, we can eat pork again, and I've been doing pork chops like crazy.
And I sent that to both of y'all through Messenger.
Okay. Well, what's on your mind, boys?
I'll have to make that someday.
Oh yeah. Well, I got another one to show you too, man.
Okay, well let's
This
see.
one's about beer. This one's kind of funny though.
Beer?
Yeah.
You're speaking my language there, sailor.
All right.
Beer.
This one's about
Hey,
what
this is
alcohol you drink says about you, right?
Oh, this kind
Oh,
of
shit.
crap, it's all full of shit most of the
Oh
time.
shit!
It's like horoscopes.
I don't know if anybody's ever seen this one. I'll see if it's got how the sound is first.
Alcohol you drink
There you
says
go.
about you. Beer edition. You drink Budweiser, you probably work like 90 hours a week and have like 18 projects at the house you ain't finished. You drink natural ice. I guarantee you every time you go inside of a gas station, you ask, hey, what's the cheapest pack of cigarettes y'all sell in here? I've learned something about people that drink natural ice. There's no casual drinking for them. It's all or nothing. They're either not going to drink or they're going to drink so much they shit on themselves. Next up is Four Loko. Now, I know technically this is malt liquor and not beer, but if you ever go out on a date with a girl and you're like, hey, what you drinking tonight? And she's like, get me a Four Loko, she's going to beat the fuck out of you. People that drink Busch Light drive around all the time with no insurance on their car. I have no idea how they get away with it. People who drink Natty Daddy are always the first ones at a party to lose their goddamn mind over nothing. Just mad at everybody. Just, what do you mean? When did I start working at Walmart? You got a fucking problem with me working at Walmart? People who drink Yinglings throw the...
Is that one hillbilly guy?
Who drinks Yingling and invites you to a barbecue? You better fucking go. Who drink Coors Light? Got about 5 women right now that hate you, don't you? Tell me I'm wrong. People who drink Bud Ice are the most unhinged people I've ever met in my entire life. I want you to go out into your town, find a tweaker that's obviously geetered out, grab him by the shoulders and just shake the fuck out of him. I guarantee he calms down by drinking one of these. Welcome to what the alcohol...
That's funny because I do the Yangling and I do the Coors.
That's why I was laughing about the Coors. Got at least 5 women that fucking hate you.
Yep, I do.
I'd rather be like the Eagles and have seven women on my mind. What, 4 that want to stone me, 3 that want to hold me, and 1 she's just a friend of mine. You know,
Yep.
Take it easy.
Yep, I got the Coors and the Yangling.
Oh,
If I invite you to a fucking barbecue, you better fucking show up.
I got a fucking. Where's that here? Fuck did it go?
Yeah.
No, not that one.
I'm gonna start cooking dinner soon too.
Oh, this is right here in southern Missouri, right? This motherfucker probably was on house arrest, probably needed beer. Look at that.
I mean, it is a mobile home.
Yeah, I mean,
What's the citations for? That's what I want to know.
it never said. It never would. It never said though.
I
The
mean,
fact that that thing is is that what is that?
That's a fucking like a explorer expedition actually.
oh, like an old one, yeah.
Yeah, that motherfucker's holding up, isn't it?
He's squatting like a motherfucker, but hey, if he gets it moved, I mean, some people don't have $10,000 to $20,000 to have theirs moved, you know?
Yep.
And we thought Georgia was bad, so what's happening in fucking Missouri? That's so funny.
This Missouri gets called fucking hillbillies, really, shit like that.
Well, I mean, you guys don't have the meme of Florida Man. Florida Man kind of takes the cake. I'm surprised there's not California Man or California
Well,
Man.
so Florida Man is just fucking crazy, okay? That's just fucking nuts.
Like, did you ever hear the
Missouri-
one where the guy climbed up on the fucking traffic signals and hung there and then purposely shit on cars?
Mhm. Yeah, that's so
Oh
that's
my God, that's
Florida,
hilarious.
man. Missouri does shit like that we just watched. That's different. You don't get that in Florida. Florida Man is normally naked and doing shit in public, where Missouri Man is normally engineering some fucking backwards bullshit that barely works. That's Missouri. I mean, but hey, you know what? Like I said, it fucking worked.
Yeah.
You know, what the fuck? What's the citations? That's what I want to know. It's like you know, if it fits, it ships. You know.
Well, he probably because he didn't have fucking a wide load on it, right?
Yeah.
You know, didn't have the fucking on both vehicle, on the trailer and his vehicle, didn't have a fucking car out front or out back.
I'm just saying, if it ships, it fits. If it fits, it ships. You know. That's
I never
my
would try this, so
mentality.
I never would try, but I wouldn't be moving that piece of shit mobile home anyways. That motherfucker looking like it was gonna fall apart anyways.
It looked like it was gonna break right in the middle.
You know.
But hey, he must have put some fucking supports in there because it fucking held up.
Yep. And I was surprised on the suspension on the fucking expedition held up too on the back end.
Well, I don't know if it actually held up, but because it was
Yeah.
squatting pretty hard, he
But
probably
he was still moving. If he would have broke that rear axle, you know he wouldn't be moving.
Oh yeah, no, he probably broke the springs and the shocks, but
Yeah.
the fucking axle's fine.
This before I get to the other ones, I got one more. This one's funny as hell right here.
I'm gonna start
Let's
cooking
check it
too,
out.
so
Let's
just
check
a
it
heads
out.
up.
All right. This one is funny.
By the leash, swung it around like a lasso while you yelled yippee ki mother effer, and threw it 10 yards.
Yeah,
You're not allowed to do that.
it was yapping at me.
You still can't do that. It's not
I- We're gonna let you off with a warning because we didn't
Thank you.
actually
Yep.
see.
Oh,
Okay,
warning?
great.
Man.
Thank you.
Punching my dog.
No, that's okay.
We got a complaint from your neighbor that
Oh, that's that dude Churdley. That dude's like an actor or something. And one
Yeah.
time he had like porn stars.
But if
And
that's
like it was like he was like, whenever you talk to your friend's girlfriend, this is what you say. And this girl, she's really pretty, blonde chick. And she's like, hi. And he's like, shut up.
Yeah.
And then another one, he's like, this girl wants to talk about the history of feminism with him. He's like, shut up. Just like,
He used to do the religion one too, where it's like, oh fuck, him and that girl, they used to be like talking about like how to approach a goth chick, and like he was like in his Sunday, you know, vest, and he like had the Bible in his hand and stuff, and yeah, they're fucking hilarious.
yeah, I mean I know that ain't real, but That's how you deal with those little yappy dogs that want to fucking bite you. Come on.
Oh yeah.
Come out.
Dude, there's a Far Side comic where this guy and this woman, they have a dog like that, and it yaps, and then it just shuts up, and it shows that the guy stomped on it. And the dog's on the sole of the fucking boot or whatever he's wearing. I'm just like, yeah, those little demon chihuahua things, right? Those giant rats that bark.
And those fucking dogs have bit more fucking people than any other breed. You know,
Yeah, they're still not as vicious as a pit bull, though.
they've bit more people than pit bulls, actually, on record.
Man, I just those things, man. Dogs can be fucking vicious. They're like,
Oh, yeah.
you know how they rip apart like that?
Yeah.
You know what other animal does that? Shark.
Fucking- Yeah.
Sharks do that.
Yeah.
And what do sharks do to people or things?
And alligators.
Yeah.
Crocodiles.
Oh, alligators. Which one is the one that rolls?
Alligator. Crocodile. Alligators.
I think they both do.
Yeah. Alligators, crocodiles, they both do. But does it like any dog, right, can turn wild. I don't care if it's a Labrador, Golden Retriever, right? You know, I see these people, right, that leave their kids, young kids, with around dogs by with unsupervised. I'm like, you're asking for trouble there.
Yeah, I know.
I don't care what breed it is. They're asking for trouble. You know. Yes, now tell the kids to get older and know how to handle the dog. You don't let them alone with
And you
that.
got
Yeah.
to realize that every animal's wild.
It is.
They're what do they call it when they're tamed? They're tamed to a certain point, but once it reaches its breaking point, it goes back to its instinct. And I think that's the same thing that happens to people too.
Yep.
Like certain people can take just a certain amount of disrespect or hatred or whatever before they just like, you know what?
Fuck it.
Fuck you, fuck it.
Yep.
I don't care anymore. I'm going to do what I want. I don't care about making you happy because you never cared about me.
Exactly.
You know, and we're
And
starting
those are
to see that.
and those are people that get you to that point, right? Your breaking point, and then they're gonna be like, then they're gonna play the fucking victim.
I
Right
know.
there.
I know. There was a good illustration of that in writing, right? It says, you know, everyone thinks you're the bad person when you finally
Yep.
stand up to the disrespect.
And
You
it
know,
doesn't matter.
You know how many times that happened to me, and now I'm just like, I don't put up with shit.
Yep.
You want to disrespect me? Okay. That's fine. You can disrespect me, but you think I'm going to fucking disrespect you back? Yeah. I'm going to make it so that if you want to fucking go fist to fist, toe to toe, that's
Yep.
fine. I'm going to make you pay. You're going to pay with an eye, an ear, a nose, teeth, fingers, toes. I don't care. Some way, I'm going to get my inch of blood, inch of flesh, because you decided to do that when I did nothing wrong to you.
Pound of flesh. Pound of flesh.
Pound of flesh.
Yep.
That's what it is. But, you know, and it makes me sound like I'm a mean guy. No, I'm the nicest asshole you ever meet.
And
But
that goes.
I'm not
And
gonna
that goes
sit
from.
there and put up
that-
with stupid shit.
Well, that goes for both anybody, whether you're a man, woman, or child. You know. Because I've seen women do that to men, then play the victim.
Oh,
All the
I've
fucking
seen
time.
it. I've seen it. But dude, the whole name.
And I've seen men do that against men too, then play the victim. I'm like, motherfucker, you got me to this point. You don't play the victim, motherfucker. You started it. We're gonna finish this shit.
Oh, I did. But you know what I did to the guy that said he was the victim? I called him out on his victimhood.
Yep.
And said, show me the receipts, as the term says, right? So like one
Yep.
time I was on the Lincoln and we had this guy, and this guy was an MA3, and he would go to the JAG and start the PIO, preliminary inquiry officer, about investigations, IG, and all that other stuff, right?
Oh
Like
shit.
they'd have a complaint box. And this kid would lie, cheat, and steal. So I made a page 2 that said, you will not lie, cheat, steal, or manipulate others to get your way. You're going to live the Navy core values of honor, courage, and commitment every fucking day.
Yep.
And we're going to follow the core values. Of course, my chain of command said, no, you can't do that. But we called this kid out. And he said like his dad was a retired lieutenant commander or something like that, and a JAG at that. I said, well, give us your dad's phone number.
He wouldn't do it, would he?
No.
Nope.
We kicked him out of security soon after that.
Yep.
So
Those-
what I wrote was great, but nobody had the balls to fucking to hold anybody to it.
Yep. People gotta be held accountable. Gotta be.
Well, they'll put me under a microscope for my
Yep.
behavior, for what I say, for what I think, but no one else is held accountable.
Yep.
Okay, so who's holding who accountable? And based off what standard? Because if you're it's all relative standard, no, fuck you, I can do whatever I want. But if it's based off of like an actual law, an actual culture, an actual thing that comes from something higher than us, then yeah, I'm going to go with that one. They apparently know something I don't. But anyway, I don't know how we got on that, but moving on.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We take it wherever we want on this one. This is gonna be me, Lil Tate, and Thumper. This is probably like even Rocky when he goes on vacation too.
Let's see.
Dads, when they go on vacation and find the house has a grill.
You had to go click, click, click 3 times with the fucking tongue. Tink, tink, tink.
You guys saw the video of that group of people with the airsoft guns or whatever, right?
Oh yeah, that was
fun. Oh yeah. Fuck yeah.
Dude, my son is down. Like he's like, I can bring my airsoft gun, and I'm like, no, everybody else won't have masks and stuff. He's like, we can get them cheap. I'm like, no.
We'll just get them for him and River. Fucking,
I told him, I said, hey, maybe River can bring his stuff and his face mask and stuff and a gun, and they can run around the yard and shoot each other.
Shit, River don't have face mask. I have to get him one.
You might want to, because some of those move at over 300 feet per second.
I know. Like the one he has, his airsoft gun don't go that fast.
Yeah,
his ain't his shit ain't CO2 powered. That's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, Landon's got some CO2 ones. He's also got a spring one, and he's got his Glock is like a fucking real Glock. It's heavy and it like has blowback and everything. I mean, it's huh? What is it? I could have swore it was a Glock. Whatever. I'm being corrected from the other room.
By the peanut gallery, right?
Who's correcting you from the other room?
My son. He's like, it's not a Glock.
I always like to tell River, hey, no comments from the peanut gallery, boy.
Maybe it's a Walther. I don't know. Is it a Walther? Okay, so it's a Walther. It's not a Glock. Sorry. I stand corrected.
So what the fuck you cooking, Thumper?
I'm doing thin cut pork chops, and I'm doing a rice with chicken stock. So I'm cooking the rice in chicken stock and butter with garlic and onion in it.
Oh yeah,
and peas.
Yep. And just for people out there, you don't cook rice in water. You use chicken stock or beef broth or fucking sausage broth.
Yep.
10 times better, and season that motherfucker too.
And you have to wash your rice, fucking people. You don't just throw rice in that shit cookie. You gotta wash that shit until all the starch is washed out, the milkiness.
Yep.
I wash it at least 5 to 10 times, depending on, and I only use Thai rice.
That's all I use, the Thai jasmine.
Yep. We love rice in this house.
It's as long as you ain't fucking, as long as you're making yourself like that, it's a lot better than bought it from a box.
Oh yeah, definitely.
and stuff. But I mean, it's more flavorful. You do it yourself. You know how to do it, and on the stove, it only takes you fucking 15 to 17 minutes. That's it. You don't need a rice
I use
cooker.
a rice cooker.
See, I
just
don't use a rice cooker. I do mine on the stove. You know,
I used to, but I use a rice cooker now just because it's so much easier. It's just to set it and forget it.
Yep.
It'll cook it perfectly every time.
that's what I do with my recipe that I have for fucking rice. I just put it on the stove, set it. You know, once it comes to a boil, right? Put that bitch on low, put the timer, 15, 17 minutes, come back, that bitch, let it steam, pull from heat, let it steam in. Good.
I think it's a 15, 5, and 5 rule. So I think it's 15 minutes. I think it's 15 minutes you boil it, 5 minutes off the heat, or fuck, I don't remember.
So I don't boil it for 15. I just, as soon as it gets a good boil, right? I turn the heat on low, put the cover on, let it go for 15, 17 minutes.
Yeah, there's like a 5, 5, 10, 5, 5 rule or something like that.
But you gotta let it, once you pull it off heat, you don't pull that top and fluff it right away. You let it sit for at least 5 minutes, at least 5. Some people you can let it go longer if you want to. You know.
See, that's what I like about the rice cooker is it. So mine is either warm or cook.
Yep.
It will warm it up or it'll cook it. So you cook it and then it'll switch over to warm automatically.
Yep.
But
hey, Rocky, you ever had? Let me get this pulled back up here. You ever had this out there in North Carolina?
oh, liver mush,
No.
I have.
I don't know if you ever had that at all.
No.
Because where
My
he
wife
picked it up from was
My
when he
wife,
went
my
North
wife does
Carolina.
not make liver mush or anything.
I mean, liver can be good when it's cooked right.
But I'll tell you this, like since I've known Heidi and she
Yep.
started, she cooks for me, which is amazing. Everything she has made has been like pure gold.
Yep.
Like the only thing I don't like that she ever made was Brussels sprouts because I just don't like Brussels sprouts. But
Oh, yeah.
she'll
I
make
love
like
those Brussels sprouts.
what's that one fucking vegetable that makes your pee smell weird?
Asparagus.
She'll make asparagus, but she does something to it that makes it taste good.
So you like asparagus? Brussels sprouts, asparagus. Fuck that. I ain't eat them. I don't care if they're charred or what, on the fucking grill, whatever, right? I ain't eat them. Fuck that. Nope.
She loves that stuff, but I'm like, honey, I don't like it.
I love asparagus. I love Brussels sprouts. The Brussels sprouts, you put a little bit of balsamic on it and then some bacon. Oh, and then you put it in the oven. It's amazing.
Well, that ain't healthy no more. As soon as you put bacon on it, it ain't healthy no more.
Bullshit. Bacon's healthy.
Fucking Braswell goes, you should leave the peas out. I don't remember what the hell he's talking about peas, but
Braswell's watching
my
us?
oh, the rice,
right.
yeah.
Braswell's
No,
watching us right now?
Yeah.
Tell her to come talk to us.
No, I like the peas in my rice.
Well, actually, you know what works good? You get those steamable peas and carrots, right? Throw those bitches in the microwave for 5 minutes, then dump it. And after you get the rice cooked, dump it, mix it all in there, do a stir fry with that. I'm done with that.
Yeah, but I can throw frozen peas in my rice cooker.
Yeah.
And by the time the rice is cooked, the peas are perfect.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
and I get the organic peas, so there's nothing on them.
I finally got River to fucking quit eating fucking vegetables, right? With a lot of cooked in butter, right? I mean, I like them like that too, right? I didn't have no butter. I had the frozen stuff, the steamables. So I threw it in the microwave. I said, don't ever tell me again, boy, that you don't want to eat shit without butter. See, because you are now.
This is what I use.
Yep.
I don't use butter.
Yep.
I use lard.
I can't have lard. I know.
I know you can't. I know. But I use butter too, but I like to make my own butter. And I haven't made my own butter in a while. So
yeah, you don't want to look like you're jacking off the fucking thing.
No, I use a mixer. Thank you. I use a mixer. No, I use a mixer.
Uh, yeah, I just, you know what though, dude? Like, I was gonna talk to you guys offline about this, but I guess I'll talk about it. My wife and I were talking last night, and she was telling me like her mom never taught her to cook or anything like that, right?
Yeah.
And she said she started learning how to cook when she met me.
Okay.
And it was like, wow, she really just did that stuff for me. And it's like, that's so cool. I was like, I appreciate that so much. You're awesome. Because like everything she makes is just really good. And she was talking to my mom, and my mom said, if you can read a recipe, you can cook. You know,
Pretty
and
much you can.
but
Pretty
you know,
much.
what I think she does, and this is what I do when I cook something, right? I'll see a recipe and I'll tweak it a little bit different
Yep.
in that I'll add something more because I think it tastes better,
Yep.
whether it's a spice or something like
Oh
that.
yeah. Oh
you
yeah.
know? Because
Well,
it's kind of like
yeah.
my own little way of doing things, and I think that my wife does that,
Yeah.
and it just comes out like
But
amazing.
that's how anybody who loves to cook and cook good tweaks their recipes. Okay, what can I do to make this better next time? Yep. Because any recipe, I don't care what it is, right? How many times you've made it, right? How good it is, there's always some tweaks to be made to it. Always.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, all the time.
like I
And
mean,
that's what.
it's just it's cool
Yeah.
to to have her like she'll make
And it's probably a good thing too when she first started learning how to cook, right? You wasn't home for some of that either, probably.
huh?
It's probably you was always gone, right? For some of that.
No,
with-
dude. That what she did was in March of 2003. We had been friends since like September.
Yeah.
She ended up getting a military housing because her son was going to come out, right? And she finally got a house and everything, and she moved into the house, and I helped her do all that stuff from the barracks room. So I'd hang out with her at the house, right? Well, it was my birthday, and she made like roast beef and mashed potatoes and a birthday cake for me for my birthday. My parents came down, and they had met her prior because we went to like a Bible conference called Stilling the Mind back in 2003. It was in February. So my parents met her back then, or maybe earlier, I don't know, because we were good friends, right? We were like best friends. And she cooked for me, man. It was just amazing. Everything she made was just amazing. And I was like, man, I told my mom, I was like, she made mashed potatoes. Heidi did. They're the best mashed potatoes I've ever tasted in my life.
box or real mashed potatoes.
Yeah, I think she had real ones, dude.
she might be fooling you with the box ones because you can make box ones taste good too.
No, I mean, she makes mashed potatoes now every
I
once in a
know.
while, right?
Okay.
And like, dude, they're just like the best. I'm like, I've never had mashed potatoes as good as my wife makes.
You know what makes mashed potatoes great? A lot of people don't like it. Grilled onions, sauteed onions, chopped up in there.
Yeah.
And did she put cheese in the mashed potatoes too?
Huh?
Did she put cheese in the mashed potatoes?
She didn't. It was just like butter, salt, and maybe something else.
She
Man,
probably put some milk in there or some cream in there. A lot of people do that.
probably a little milk or something
But
like
you don't.
that.
But you don't need to put milk or cream in it. Butter.
But
stuff.
she got this recipe from her
Yep.
grandmother.
Oh yeah.
And
It's
then she
most
cooked
likely.
it, and
Yeah.
and Heidi's a Southern girl.
Yeah.
She's from the South, Virginia, whatever, right? I think below the Mason-Dixon line. But she has that Southern cooking that
Yep.
you really,
A severe
I don't
thunderstorm
know if
warning
you can
has
really
been
recreate
issued
it.
for your location.
What was that?
Oh fucking Channel 8 weather, severe thunderstorm warning for your location.
Oh, okay.
Motherfucker. I hate those fucking things. I hate them. Those updates.
I'm waiting for mine to kick off here soon.
Yeah, fuck. That's good that Heidi knew how to cook right from the start too.
Well, she never really, from what she told me the other day, it was like, no, she didn't, but she learned.
Yeah.
And
Because there's a lot of women that's our age, right, or even older, that cannot cook.
I know what the weirdest thing is like when you see the videos of girls or women and they're like, I'll cook for a man I like. I'm like, you're gonna wait until then.
Yeah, but those women that do that, say that right, they think heating it up in the microwave or the oven is fucking from frozen is cooking. That ain't
Yeah,
cooking.
I know.
No.
It's not. But it's just it's funny to think and reflect on that because it's like, I'm fortunate, I guess. Who knows?
Now, when she made those mashed taters, did she peel it or leave skin off?
Dude, I don't know. That was 22 years ago, bro. 2003, no, 23 years ago. No, 22,
See, I like
22
see,
years ago.
see if I'm doing like I call some people call them lumpy, I call them country potatoes, right? Mashed taters, right? They're not smooth like fucking put them through a mill, right? Or masher, you know,
A ricer.
ricer, yes. They're not like that. You mash them up by hand or with the thing with the skins on too. Dude, I like with the skins on. I do. But it holds the gravy. What gravy? Hell of a lot better than the fucking silky one do.
Yep. I like mine with the skin.
I mean, like if I got the russets right, I'll put them on the fucking smoker and get them like a baked potato style, and then put them in the food processor like that, and make mashed potatoes out of smoked taters. That's really good.
Yep.
Sounds great. It sounds
See,
really good.
a smoker especially is versatile in everything you cook. I like in my drums. Dude, I'll make fucking apple pies in the motherfucker.
You're like Bubba from Forrest Gump. I can smoke everything. Smoked potatoes, smoked shrimp and potatoes, smoke okra, smoked steak, smoke brisket, whatever. Just like,
And you really can, though. I mean,
yeah.
that's the great thing about smoking and open pit barbecuing is you can
Yes.
cook anything.
Yes.
Like
most people don't know how. A lot of people do, but some people don't know how to cook in a Dutch oven on a fire. Dude, you can make any dessert in a Dutch oven. I'm here to tell you.
That's sad, dude.
You get
I
some
use
coals.
Dutch ovens all the time.
Yeah. Put that bitch right in the coals, put some coals on top, and let it go. Biscuits, anything, man.
I got
I've done biscuits on the barrels.
I got
Smoked biscuits.
I got 4 different sized Dutch ovens, and some of them are big.
Yep.
This one is this is my biggest one, and I have a 7-quart.
Yep.
That's a big one.
Oh, I like my ceramic one, man. I like my ceramic fucking Dutch oven.
Mine's this one's enameled.
This one, the one I got enameled too, but I like them. They're a hell lot easier to clean out. I like them.
I got 2 enameled and 2 regular cast iron.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Way better.
See, Rocky brought up food. You know where this is going to lead.
I think we talk about food probably more than anything else.
Because, it could be right. That's because we like food. We're passionate about it.
Well, if you're going to eat, you might as well eat something you like, right?
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Hell yeah. And that's good that Heidi likes to cook, man. So that way you don't do all cook, especially on the food truck.
Dude, she cooks the food on the food truck. I'm not nearly as fast as she is. She can make like probably like 14 tacos at one time on the grill, or like 2 quesadillas and 8 tacos at the same time. And she can get the orders out pretty quick. She's very fast and efficient.
That takes some fucking talent right there.
And everything every time tastes great.
Yeah.
So she does, and what's great is like when she does make the food, it's out of love.
Yep.
Even though it's for everyone else, but it's that love of the taco, the love of the quesadilla,
Yep.
love of the food that kind of like drives her, and
Yep.
she just creates. She makes
Oh,
it,
yeah.
or she or we or whoever, because we all
Yep.
deal with it. But she's the one that cooks the most. We make a great product, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And it's not a gut bomb.
Yep.
I
And that's
hate
what
gut
you
bombs.
that's what you want. You don't want it to be a gut bomb at all. The only time you want something to be a gut bomb is when it's fucking White Castle or Crystals.
Yep. Got to be a gut bomb if it's a White Castle.
Hell yes.
And crystals, because crystals is the same thing basically. It's just south.
Yep.
You know, that was the thing. Is like when I was down in Nauru for recruiting for the Navy, they had crystals right outside the base, and I'd go walk out out into Pensacola,
Hey,
and
did you see that we actually got 2 more subscribers on YouTube? We got 2 more subscribers, which I'm like, that's kind of cool. I'm
well,
like
was
so
one of them
proud.
me? Was one of them me?
I don't know. Who knows?
Because I went in and subscribed to our own podcast.
Oh, good. We got another number.
No, that's not.
We're the most
Well-
unwatched podcast in the world.
Well,
It don't matter. I mean, we're just having fun. That's all we're doing.
I know. Like, did you see the report about Michelle Obama started a podcast and nobody fucking watches it or listens
nobody
to it?
watched it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, you got some that watch it. This diehard fucking left, right? You know, it's not. But yeah,
I don't understand the psychology behind it.
nobody wants to listen to a man, a woman trying to be a man,
No,
You mean
like,
a former-
or a man trying to be a woman, whatever it
Trying to
is.
be a woman?
Yeah.
what's happening is like, you know, the left has figured out like, hey, we can't get men. Men are going to the right and women are going more extreme left. And they're like, we need to get men, but they won't talk to men. They won't listen to men. They won't hear what we have to say or what we think because
yeah.
they think they understand and know how simple men are. And
Yep.
actually, I think in the big scheme of things, men are more complicated and more diverse than women could ever be. Think about it. Like women always flock together like birds of a feather, right? They all agree in the same thing. They all have this hive mind kind of shit.
Not
And
always.
men, a lot of times, I mean, just look what's going on. But a lot of times you'll have men with differing opinions. But those differing opinions depend on the ulterior motive of the guy and his game and whether he wants to suck up to a girl or say no.
But the
That's
thing
what it
is,
depends on.
have you noticed women in the workplace, right? A lot of them cannot get along with other women. They
No,
cannot.
they can't. I mean, I had to deal with that in the Navy a lot. Like
Yeah.
I would have female leaders, right? And they would make everyone mad. But the problem was they would let her get away with it because she's a girl. But a guy does that thing, and there are guys that are stupid shitheads and they're dumbasses and they're fuckers, right? They get hammered really quick, but they keep giving chance after chance after chance after chance after chance after chance after chance to women that they make a rank, but they're not good at leading because they don't know how to communicate with people. They can't talk to a man on a man's level because they never try to consider what the man thinks. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like I told one girl that worked for me, I said, if you keep on treating the guys like shit and disrespecting them, they're not going to do a good job for you. It doesn't matter if you're 3 or 4 ranks above them. They're going to do what women call the bare minimum, which no woman can ever fucking define because everyone has different fucking opinions because they never had a meeting of women to decide what's the bare minimum, what's the maximum minimum. But then they're going to have to tell that to guys, and guys are going to be like, you're full of shit. We're not doing any of that crap.
Oh yeah.
And I think once it gets to that point where it's like, well, if you're going to talk to me, you're going to fucking hear me. But if you don't hear me, you can keep on frolicking like a little fucking bumblebee and bumble off all the way off to fucking Bumble where nothing fucking happens. You know? So it's just, it's weird to watch it because it's like, I know what the answer to the problem is, but one side's not willing to do it.
Yep. Speaking of what Hodges said earlier, right?
The video?
It's a thought to be a mythical creature we show this year, right?
What?
Oh shit! And if I lose power, I'll be right back on Zoom with the phone. So,
What happened to your computer?
no, I'm saying if I lose power.
Oh, okay.
Because of the storm.
Oh, giant woolly rat. Was
Yes.
just photographed. How big was the rat?
That's a picture of it right there.
Well, I mean, you really can't tell on a size scale. It doesn't have a ruler or anything.
No, but this is all right, right there. You see all the hair on it, right? Like
Yeah.
that. Its natural habitat is 3,700 meters above the sea level, whatever that is in fucking height.
Well, a meter's about 3 feet. So, times that by 3.
Yeah, a meter's like 3.26.
So it's 3 feet, give or take. So 3,700 times 3 feet is what? Probably 10,000, something like that.
Almost 10,000, yeah.
So, I mean, we're looking at
11,100. I just broke out the calculator.
Okay, yeah.
And this goes for all the teachers back in the day. You will never have a calculator at your disposal. Bitches, what do you guys say now? Everybody has a calculator on their phone, so. So, hey, where'd I go?
I'll be right back, Jay.
I'm
Okay.
trying. I'm right here, but
Gotcha.
I just had to turn my hood on. And starting to get
Wow.
a little poppy and smoky.
Yeah, the fucking. We had some light, and all of a sudden, the fucking lights dead real quick. Came back. I was like, "Oh shit, this ain't gonna be good." Trying to do a fucking live podcast.
Yeah, I don't know, man. We got some wind right now, but nothing.
I mean,
there's
right
some
now
clouds,
it's
nothing
just
crazy.
like heavy rain right now, and every now and then get some lightning, but it's just typical Missouri fucking weather this time of year, really.
Yeah.
But I always hate that, man. Fucking, you be watching a fucking good movie or something like that, right? Then all of a sudden, fucking power goes off. What the fuck?
Boom. Yep. Yeah, we got some wind coming in, but nothing crazy.
This stuff, but yeah, fucking. I've still been trying to read up on that. We'll save that one, the other one for another one. Times I'm still reading on that because I don't fully understand the article
What is it?
about the bees.
What about bees? Honeybees?
Oh, fuck it. I'll just show it. Fuck it. Scientists unearthed the 14.6 billion year old bee whose family tree does not fit existing theories.
Yep.
A 14.6 a fossil is encouraging. First, look at how bees spread across isolated land masses. It comes from a single specimen preserved in the Hindu Bar mudstone in southern New Zealand. Research have been unearthing various ancient life forms. But if the tree did not fucking exist back then or ain't that old, how the fuck is it doing it?
The what? The bee or the tree?
The tree.
So they're saying the tree didn't exist when they found the fossil?
Yeah. Bee whose family tree does not fit existing theories.
Yeah, because evolution is fucking retarded.
True stuff.
Evolution's fucking bankrupt. If anyone still believes in evolution, it's like, why
But
don't you
think
think about adaptation? You already have it written in your DNA pattern to adapt to something, right?
But
You
think
can
about
adapt.
it, too.
Like
The
look at
tree,
people. Look at people. We can live almost everywhere on the fucking earth. We have to adapt. We wear certain clothes in certain areas, right? We eat certain food in certain areas based on the supply of food. The same thing would be with the animal kingdom.
but the thing is, the tree part, right?
Mm-hmm.
If that tree would be a hell lot bigger if it was 14.6 million old fossil, too.
Well, that's what it's really telling you.
So back then, the trees were hell lot bigger back then.
Well, what I'm telling you is there was this flood, and it was called the flood of Noah.
We know
And
that.
turned the world upside fucking down. And what it did was everything that you see in a school book about the geological timeline or the geology of like you have this thing at a certain level and then this year's like this is 3 million years, this is 6 million years, this is a billion years, this is 14 billion years. You have a tree. They found trees that were in the flood that were going through all levels, which means all of the sediment layers that you say existed, they existed at that time. They just got arranged in a certain order, but that certain order doesn't match anywhere else in the world. So if you have something in California, it's not going to be the same as New York. It's not going to be the same as England. It's not going to be the same as, Germany. It's not going to be the same as Babylon. It's not going to be the same as Australia. It's all going to be different sediment because there's different things out there.
That one made me jump.
What made you jump?
The lightning fucking strike.
Oh shit.
You know, I said, woo, that made me fucking jump right there. You know,
I've discussed the geological timeline with a lot of people, especially when I went to Seal Beach, because I had changed and I got more biblical and all that stuff. So all I did was read books about the Bible back then.
but the trees, see the trees back there before the flood, were enormous. Look at the ones they found out in the desert.
Yeah,
Right? That's actually petrified. Those they look like fucking mountains. That's what they look like.
yeah. What's crazy is there's a movie that shows you that, and guess what movie that is?
Fuck, I can't remember now. I know which one you're
Avatar
talking
from
about.
2009.
Yeah.
So, it's almost like we're going to get in conspiracy right now, but it's almost like whatever Hollywood shows you, part of it is true, but it's written and presented in such a way to make you think that it's not biblical, because there are verses in the Bible that talk about angels cutting down the giant trees, and everyone thought that was a metaphor for cutting down the Nephilim, the giants of old, right? Or anything like that, a king or whatever. But it could be literal fucking trees. And you've seen that picture of that giant fucking axe head, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Like that thing is so big. It's like I don't know how big it is, but it's like maybe 50 feet.
It was bigger than what
50-foot axe.
it was bigger than what Paul Bunyan fucking had in the fable.
Yeah. So
Bigger than that.
it's a big enough axe that someone would have to be 100 to 200 feet probably to carry it. So it's like, I don't know. It's weird. It's interesting. It's intriguing, and it's more interesting than fucking politics in the world. It's more interesting than what famous people, so-called famous people that are stupid, have to say.
Yep.
Oh shit!
But I used to talk to people about that, dude. I'd be on gate standing watch for 12 hours. And they'd want to discuss creation versus evolution. I'm like, well, you can either believe this or that. There's no fucking in between. Either someone made everything or everything was made by accident. And the only thing that makes sense is someone made everything. If we know that DNA is like a written book or a written information pamphlet on how something's going to develop, someone had to make that. It just didn't happen by accident.
Yep.
And I remember, dude, I read this book. It was called something science, and the guy talked about irreducible complexity, which meant like you have a mousetrap, right? And it's 5 pieces, but if you take one part, 5 parts, if you take one part out, it doesn't work. Well, that's the kind of way it works with DNA and stuff like that. DNA is written in a certain way, a certain pattern. So, this DNA has the melanin where it's either more or less, and depending on how melanin works, your skin is darker or lighter. Yeah. Your nose changes depending on what you're adapted to, whether you live in a really hot climate or a colder climate.
Unless Your Michael Jackson, Beyonce do the whitening treatment.
Dude, they're not the only one. There was another guy. He was a baseball player.
Oh,
Sosa?
Sammy Sosa.
Yeah, I'm like,
But-
what the heck happened?
But I think what his shit was all the roids that he fucking took too. Because that motherfucker, you know, he was on roids. 'Cause that motherfucker was never. When he came into the league, he was small as fuck. You know, I mean, he was still a great ball player. Don't get me wrong, but he didn't turn into a power hitter until he started juicing. Where Mark McGwire had always been a power hitter because his rookie year in Oakland, he was slim. You know, he hit 49 home runs his rookie fucking year.
What about Jose Canseco? I remember those guys. They were on the Oakland A's, dude.
Yeah, the Bash Brothers. Yeah.
The Bash Brothers, yeah. I
Who
mean,
you think-
I
who
liked
you think
the
got in
Oakland
Mark-
A's, but I hated their fucking colors.
But who you think introduced roids to McGwire? Sato did. I mean, they were still great ball players. McGwire he should be in the Hall of Fame because he hit majority of his home runs before he started taking the legal stuff. Right? His shit he could take was taking over the counter shit. That's what he was taking, legal stuff. You know, but he used it to heal his body because he was older. You know, had so many hurt all the time. He used it to heal his body, not for power. He always had power, always did. You know.
Well, it's crazy when you find out the history of steroids, dude.
Yeah.
You know, like it was developed. The story I know is it was developed by the Nazis to make super soldiers, but they found out when people use steroids, it causes other problems and side effects like your temper, you know, your bones and your muscles break down. Even though it's supposed to build and make you stronger, it also like destroys your muscle fibers and stuff like that. It's really weird.
But a lot of people, like bodybuilders that use roids, a lot of them use it to recover. They're using it for recovery. You know, that's why they can be in the gym 6-7 days a week. You know, but when you start fucking around with testosterone, put too much in your body, that's what gives you the rage right there. Because when the VA put me on fucking testosterone, right? They thought everything was low because natural. It was low due to natural age. It was low because of stress. And when I started taking it, I felt great that after about a month, it started putting too much and started making me angry. And once I stopped taking it, I'm like, the anger went away. You know? But yeah, fucking. But Sammy Sosa, man, you see him now, he's little, fucking white almost.
Hey, Jamie Braswell can get online with us. How do we help her get online?
Just send me the fucking email address through Messenger.
Hey, Jamie, can you hear me right now? I hope she
Just tell her to send. Well, you can send invites too, can't you, Rocky?
No.
Okay. Just tell her to send me her email address through Messenger, and I'll send it through Gmail. Send it through email. Here. All right.
That's a good jalapeno.
But that's when Sosa in the steroid era is what brought fans back to baseball after that strike. When Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire was going hand to hand for the home runs in the season. You know, St. Louis Cardinals and the fucking Cubs. That's when the fans really started watching baseball games. It made them fun.
Hey, Gilly, what's your email address?
I need hers.
Oh, you need hers? Okay.
Send it to me through her Messenger. Then I can send it through email.
I'm typing it to her right now. I'm like, hey, Jamie, if you hear me, give me your email address real quick and I'll give it to Gilly and he can give you the invite. And we can talk to you. Which would be pretty awesome.
Yep.
Because we actually want to talk to everybody we can, if we can. If they're willing to. I mean, we don't have to talk about anything embarrassing. You know? Or fun. We can talk about funny shit. Who knows?
Well, a lot of sometimes the shit we talk about is kind of embarrassing, but we still do it anyway. So
Yeah, I know. Well, I don't know if she'll. Oh, wait! I got it. She sent it to me. Hold on. I
Well,
got it.
they send that bitch to me so that way I can fucking send her an invite.
I'm going to do it right now, bro. Hold on.
Mhm. Yeah. I know.
All right. J Y M
Those are every half hour too.
R W.
Just send it to you right now, bro.
It's a shorter one.
I know, I got it.
You got it?
Yeah, she sent it to me too.
Cool.
So,
I got a nice
Okay.
spicy jalapeno I cooked in the oil in the lard.
M B R W I L S O N 41 at
Every hour.
gmail.com. All right.
See what happens.
Well, that's coming, Jamie. So if you don't get it, let us know. But check your spam too.
Yeah, it might come in spam. I don't know. When you send me the email, I don't get spam.
No. But sometimes when you send someone an email for the first time, they go spam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So,
but normally if it's through Zoom, it doesn't.
yeah, but you never know nowadays. You know,
What are you eating, dude?
What?
What are you eating?
I made thin pork chops in lard and then rice with peas, mashed potatoes, and a jalapeno.
nice.
It's good. The
Nice.
jalapeno is spicy.
Yep.
I threw that in the lard and kind of cooked it up. Blistered the outside of it.
Nice.
The rice is delicious though.
Yeah. Well, anything you got to blister on the fucking peppers. You got to blister. Got to. Same way with tomatoes too. Put them on the fucking smoker or fucking they blister them bitches.
Yep.
You know, corn. You blister the corn when you put that bitch on the grill. You know,
Wow.
it did.
Corn. I'm from Iowa, man. There's certain ways to eat corn.
So you fucking put that bitch on the smoker or the grill, get that bitch charred up a little bit. Bah. But
I'm all about putting corn on the grill, but I like to wrap it before I do that because I like. So I do the peaches and cream corn.
Yeah.
That's the corn that we use for elotes.
and that works great to put it on the smoker too.
Dude,
That works great to put it on the
corn
smoker.
is so good.
Yeah.
Tasty.
A shit ton of farmers around here grow it, and they sell it honor system right there in their carts, right on the side of the road.
How long does the season last where you guys are in Iowa?
Well, so it right now the corn, so it's still growing. I mean, right now the corn is only this tall, but it's supposed to be knee high by the 4th of July. That's the saying that they have to go by, and then it should be end of August is when it's like when everything is good, like when you can start picking it.
Yep.
Into September, October. So it just depends, but like all the good like peaches and cream here, you'll be driving down the road and you'll just see a stand by itself, and they'll do the honor system, and you can get however much you want, and it's all picked that day, all fresh.
Yep. It's
great
just
thing
like
about
anything. It depends on what they can get into the ground too.
Yeah, we got it in good this year.
Yeah. So like here in Missouri, they had to wait a little bit this year because of how much rain we got. So a lot of them didn't get it in on time. You know.
Yeah, not here.
But when I had a garden, I never planted anything.
Somebody's
till
showing
May
up right
1st.
now. I think it's Jamie.
Yeah. Let's see if she can figure it out.
It
Got
takes
it
fun. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
up, Jamie? Good to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Yep.
How are you both?
We're doing
Oh,
all
good.
right. How you doing?
I'm good making dinner.
Hey, what you be making there, sailor?
Chicken fajitas.
Hey, that sounds really yummy for you.
Nice.
It will be. And
Thigh
then he's
meat
got
or
cheese.
thigh meat or breast meat on the chicken fajitas for you?
You would what?
Chicken on the chicken meat, thigh meat or breast meat? Which one you using?
I'm actually using chicken quarters.
Okay, so
There
So
you
we
go.
grilled them
Yep.
the other day, and now I'm picking all the meat off and making
Yep.
fajitas.
yep. A lot of people like to use breast, but the breast, no.
No,
The fucking
I
thighs
gotta
are the
use
way to go.
taco.
That dark meat's the way to go on that shit.
Like, dude,
Oh.
even when we make our tacos for the taco truck, we use thighs.
Yep.
I prefer thighs.
Dude,
Yep.
thighs are the best. They're the best. Like, they're not dry,
Right.
and it's just, man. We
And
could,
the thing
we could
is-
talk about food all day, Jamie.
Yeah.
We could.
Well, it's like when
That's
you
what
do
I love
thighs.
food.
It's like when you do thighs, how I do them on the smoker, right? I won't take it to 185. I'll take the 190, 195.
Hey, we should put on the
Deadpool.
taco for this one. Special guest Jamie Braswell.
Well, so I'm special, all right. So,
Well, you're the first. Well, who was the
No.
Not
first?
the first. Not the
No.
first.
Who's the
Molly
first?
beat her to the punch.
Molly, yeah.
Molly talked to us last week, but you got on, so that's
Yeah.
cool.
Molly, I think
She was.
Molly
I think
Smith.
she was a cryptologist, or she was in electronic warfare. She was in ops.
I think she was
So was
ET
she-
guy. I think she was
like she
ET.
always had a toucan in her pocket, right?
Yeah.
Is that her?
Did
Okay.
she, or did she just smoke cigarettes? I can't remember, dude.
I think she did both.
Yeah, I think she did.
And I think she had like a tattoo, like it was a band
Yeah.
on her arm somewhere. I can't
Yeah.
remember. I think I can't remember.
Yeah. She did. Yep. And then I think she married Ellis too, if I remember correctly.
I think they had a kid, right?
Yeah, I think
Not
so.
sure if they did. I don't know.
I don't remember that guy that well. I
He
know
was
he
I
was.
remember Ellis. Oh, I remember his douchey ass. I remember that.
I think they had a kid and he got custody of it.
I don't know.
I don't
That I
know.
don't know about one.
So I don't know either, I guess.
So how's Minnesota treating you?
Oh, I love it.
Where do you live in
Except-
Minnesota?
I live by Rochester, about an hour south of Minneapolis.
Oh, by the Twin Cities, huh?
Yeah.
You just don't like your governor, do you?
What's that?
You just don't like your governor, do you?
I hate our fucking governor.
Who's the governor?
Tim Walsh.
Who? Who?
Oh my God, Rocky.
Tim Walsh.
Tim Walsh?
Yeah.
Walsh.
One of the
I
guys
tell
like,
you,
Tim
if it
Walsh.
wasn't for the Minneapolis, St. Paul, and Duluth area, Minnesota would be a red state.
the guy that fucking ran with Kamala Harris.
Oh, that homo?
Yeah.
That fucking homo? Oh my!
Yeah.
Like I didn't, dude. That guy's like the biggest sissy lala I've ever met. I've ever seen in my life.
His
just-
brother, he died. He got hit by a tree in a storm, and he was actually my kid's teacher. And he was very well liked, but his brother's just a dipshit.
Oh, that's because his brother sold his soul to try and get fame and power, money, power, and fame.
He was already a dipshit when he took those kids to China back in the day. Those fucking high school kids back to China.
Tim,
He-
I
he
forgot
about
that
that
dude.
shit, too.
Like I didn't even know who this clown was when he was running with Kamala Harris. I was like,
I was-
who's this fucking clown?
He's something else, that's for sure.
I
So
can't believe Rocky did.
we had like a $9 billion surplus, and nobody can even tell you where that went.
Oh,
Wow.
because did
he gave
Doge
us
find it yet?
200
Doge has to find it.
No, that's state. Doge has nothing to do with state.
All right. Well, they need a Doge for the state government too. I guarantee how much fucking corruption and waste of money would they find if they did that statewide?
They gave us $250 back each person, and then the federal taxed us on it. Taxes that.
And they took a third of it, right?
Yep.
30%?
Yep. So I'm like, well, thanks for giving us our money back. Oh,
But thanks, but not really.
right. Oh.
Man,
Did
I
you
am
get your
fucking
belly full there, Thumper?
Oh, I'm fucking full, man. Woo.
How many jalapenos did you eat? 20,000?
No, I just had the one, but it was a spicy one. It was a good one.
What year was it that I seen you in Minneapolis?
That
Do you
was our command Christmas party for recruiting, and that would have been 2011 or 2012.
Okay.
Jamie,
Because,
did you get out of the Navy after the 5?
I was kicked out.
What? I don't remember that. What did you get fucking kicked out for?
Smoking pot. Yeah.
Oh, dude, like, I think there's a bunch of people that got kicked out, but I just don't remember it.
There was.
Huh?
There was a lot of people kicked out for that.
In
Well,
my
I mean,
defense,
I told the story last time about Senior Chief Shearer and how like he was like, why are everyone doing drugs? I'm like, because you treat everyone like fucking shit, you asshole.
well, in my defense, my cousin had been murdered, and it was like statewide news. And I went on his. It was happened in Washington, and I went to his funeral, and that is how my parents and my family celebrated life. And so I partook. So, and it came back to bite me. Well, actually, I guess it didn't, because I wouldn't be where I am now if that didn't happen.
Yep.
Well, I didn't know that. I thought you left the Fife like after 3 years or whatever it was, the normal fucking time people do on the boat.
Well, after the captain kicked me out, first he wasn't going to. I went to captain's mats, and he was going to let me out with just restriction. And then he flipped the page and he's like, oh, it's mandatory. So then he kicked me out. But the next time I seen him, he's like, didn't you get out because you had a baby? I'm like, no. Didn't have one of those.
So you got kicked. What, did you get kicked out in 2000 or 2001?
It was 1999.
Holy shit. I'm way off.
So I got kicked out, and then I turned around and married Don.
Yeah.
And then we had a kid, and that's how I ended up in Minnesota. So.
Yeah, because that's when I saw you guys up there was for the command Christmas party.
Yes.
That was
that
crazy
threw me off
because I wasn't expecting to see anybody up there that I knew, and then all of a sudden, boom, there's you two, and I'm like, what the fuck?
You know what's crazy is like I've not run into a lot of people that were on the Fife with me in my time in the Navy. It was always from other commands after that. Except for like one time when I ran into like a BM3 who was an MA1 with me when we were in Bahrain from 2011 to 2013.
So I actually became really good friends with somebody who was on your guys' command in Japan. I met them in Nevada. Him and his wife. Oh my gosh, now I can't think of his name. His wife was from Japan. Her name was Aya. Gosh, why can't I think of his name now?
Roach?
Oh, it's gonna drive me nuts.
Was he in Japan on the Fife or like somewhere else?
He was in Japan on the Fife, but he didn't come back with the Fife.
Okay.
Stafford.
I'm trying to remember his name. No. I might have to pop over to my Facebook.
Stafford came back with us. Stafford came back with us. On it,
Yeah,
so
he
it could
did.
be
Bill
him.
did. Bill came back with us.
Yeah.
But Johnson, I don't think he did. GSM-1, right?
No,
Oh,
Johnson
Linsner,
did.
Bobby Linsner.
Linsner.
Bobby Linsner.
What was his rate?
Well, he
Rocky.
was a master at arms when I knew him, so I don't know
Rocky,
what he was before that.
He's not going to be in that fucking.
Oh yeah, he's not going to be in our books. I know.
Because if he didn't come back with us to Japan from Japan, he's not going to be in the '98 one at all.
Linsner.
I don't remember him though.
So let me see.
No, I don't remember.
No.
I don't remember that. I don't.
Yeah.
Maybe we never really met him. I don't know.
Well, we probably did. We just didn't hang out with him. That's the thing.
Well, yeah, he probably was like a petty officer in a different department.
He
Well, hell,
had a baby. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he was before I met him, but he was a master at arms when I met him.
If Delp was on here, he'd probably remember
Oh my gosh, Delp.
him.
He's been on a couple times. We haven't heard
Yep.
from him in a while though.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yep.
Don always blamed him for his shoulder injury. My ex-husband used to blame him because he left him to pull something out of the bilge by himself and he tore a muscle or something.
Well, that's because Don had no muscle. He was just fucking all fucking skin and bone, a little fat. Oh,
That was Wilson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. He's not skin and bones anymore. He's got a big old beer belly now.
Hey, like most of the sailors do.
Oh, I got stories about him that I won't tell right now. So
Oh, I got stories too, but they're not good ones. So,
We,
I think
we don't
he told me
have
stories.
to go down that route just yet. You know.
Didn't he lend you his military ID so you could drink in a bar and you
Yeah.
got busted?
nope, I never got busted. Nope, never did get busted on that one.
No. Oh, I know he told me he gave you his military ID so you could drink or something. And
Yep, because that was right before I turned 21.
oh,
Oh my
well,
God.
On it.
he just took our daughter down to Mexico, and she'll be 21 in September. And he took her down there, and she spent the whole time drunk. So,
Nice.
Well, imagine that.
yeah, but she likes the tequila like her mother does.
Oh, fuck that.
Tequila is dangerous, Jamie. Tequila is very dangerous.
Yeah.
I remember it made everybody community property at that time for me. So I don't drink it anymore because I do bad things on it.
Now, wasn't you with us in '98 on the track pack, Jamie?
She had to be.
Yeah, yes, I was. I don't
That's-
remember a lot.
That's one of the reasons I do not drink tequila to this day. Because I woke up butt ass naked on the fucking beach drinking tequila all day.
I did too,
That's
but I
how-
wasn't alone.
That's how Pisco was for me in fucking Chile. Drinking Pisco in Chile in Coquimbo. I was
Ugh.
fucking. I ended up in my fucking in the little cabana that we were staying in, completely fucking naked, and then told that I beat the shit out of some guy off one of the other ships because he tried to stick me with the bill.
Oh, well, I think it was earned then, wasn't it?
I chased him down the street because he tried to leave. He was giving everybody. He was like, "I've got this next shot," and everybody's ordering. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, he dipped out. And my drunk ass chased him down and beat the fuck out of him. And then I ended up naked back in the room. Everybody's
where's
like, "What the fuck?"
Now, where do they go in Mexico? Which port? Which town?
We went to Cabo San Lucas, Puerto Vallarta, and
Yeah.
Acapulco.
Yeah, but I was talking about Don and your daughter.
Oh, they did a cruise out of Los Angeles, and they went to they went to Puerto Vallarta and Cabo San Lucas, and then one other place.
Hey, at least they went to Puerto Vallarta. That was I love that place. I love that place.
Nice.
My son, he's currently down in Mexico. His girlfriend lives in Veracruz, so he travels down there to see her. So right next to the Gulf of America.
Nice.
He's just doing the opposite. He's going to move down there.
No, I'm really surprised. He's autistic, so he's not very open to people. So the
Wow.
fact that he gets on a plane and goes down there, it blows me away.
I mean, that's good that he could do that. So that's good. That's great.
So she applied for her visa, her student visa, and she's going to come up here, I think, if it gets approved, and go to school with him up here.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
What's he going to go
Well,
to school for?
he's going for cellular molecular biology. So
So what does he
He-
plan to do with that?
he wants to research genetics and genetic dispositions for like disabilities or things like that.
Oh, dude, he's going to get into like genetic editing and all that shit that's already around right now.
he doesn't open up very well to people, so he'll probably be more in the research area behind the scenes where he doesn't have to really deal with people. So can you guys see me? I'm not sure that my
No, I
camera.
think you're on a different page there.
Your camera went off on you.
Yeah. It just says Google Pixel 6 Pro. That's your name.
You probably just
Hey,
hit the
Google
camera.
Pixel 6 Pro.
There you go.
Yeah, camera.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a pain in the ass when you go do it on your phone. So, because you can just hit the wrong button at one time, anytime on
Yeah.
that shit.
Are you on your
Must
phone?
know when I was- yeah.
Okay. Well, I've done that. I did that at the Pierce the Veil concert when I was with my daughter.
How many kids you got now, Rocky?
I've got 4.
Okay.
My wife likes mating with me.
Well, I don't know who doesn't like to mate. So
I always say that because it sounds so funny. Like the scientific. I'm Richard Harbo. This woman likes mating with her husband. They have kids now. You know, it's funny. I don't know.
He just got to make sure he's got enough workers for his taco truck.
Right?
I originally wanted to have a kid to take over each continent. You know, Australia, the Middle East.
Well,
I just got the 3.
You know,
Well, there might be a little gilly running around Australia. Don't know if there is. He might.
that would be hilarious.
I probably got one in Thailand, Hong Kong, Australia, Singapore.
You guys were talking about the DNA. You guys were talking about DNA, and I actually had taken a DNA test like through Ancestry, and found out my dad wasn't my dad. I have a whole bunch of new siblings I didn't even know about.
Your mom did
fuck.
paternity fraud?
I think she was trying to keep the guy who I thought was my dad, so she was sleeping with people who looked like him, so she could get pregnant to keep him.
Oh man.
Yeah.
How are you dealing with that? Because that's kind of fucked up in a way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, well, I don't have a relation. Well, my mother has since died, but the guy who raised me, I don't even have a relationship with him. So it didn't bother me one way or the other. I went and met the guy who I matched to, and I met all his other kids with like 6 different women. And
So
then I'm like,
he had
congratulations.
6 women that he had other kids with?
Yes. And so then I'm like, congratulations, you have twins, because I'm a twin. So he was like, I don't even remember your mom. So I'm like,
Wow.
oh, okay.
Sounds like my dad.
Oh,
Sounds like my biological dad.
Was your dad a Chad? It sounds like he was a Chad.
he's a Henry.
Well, I mean, the nickname is a Chad. The Chad is the guy that gets all the girls. All the girls.
Oh, I didn't know that.
This guy, and then he has a bunch of kids, and other guys raise those kids, which is completely messed up. But yeah, it happens a lot.
I've got a bunch of half brothers and half sisters, and they're all from different parents. And then my mom was telling me about how when one day she was working at the police department, and the dispatcher for one of the tow companies that had contracts with the city calls her bawling because she was forced to get an abortion back in the day. I mean, this was all back when he gave up rights to me when I was 6 months old. They were never married.
Wow.
Like, he slept around like crazy. He was a cop. You know?
Their theme song was "I Get Around."
Yeah, pretty much.
I guess I can't say much because in my younger days, I definitely had experiences. So
Well, everybody got around back there. Back then.
I think that it's just more now because people fucking record that shit and talk about it.
It's on the internet now. Back then, there was no cell phones or cameras on our.
I watched a video today, and it was this girl, and she was like, "Guess what? Today's the day where my cousin, who's 2 or 3 years younger than me, is getting married, and I am in a, they call it a situationship, and I have herpes for the second time, or syphilis." I'm like, why would you say that on the internet? Like, what is wrong with you, girl? Like, that's a way to get guys interested.
yeah, I don't know. I think people do whatever they can for attention because the more attention they get, the more money they make.
Yep.
It's crazy that it works that way, huh?
They
Just
need
think
to
about
monetize the internet.
Just think about If we had cell phone cameras and the internet in '97 in Japan, and
Oh
then
my God.
and then when we got back, when females got on board in '98, how many
I tell you,
beans would that make? I mean, back in the
I
day.
I would probably remember a lot more if somebody had a video camera back then.
You probably wouldn't want to see what you did, though.
If I was there, I'd at least want to remember if I enjoyed it or not.
I mean, then we could show people how it was like before when we got on board ships, and then after how it turned into like high school again. In a way.
It did become high school.
It did, for sure.
Yeah.
And
You know,
for someone fresh out of high school at 18 years old who grew up in a controlling household, it was like
freedom.
it was like like all of a sudden you have all this freedom and you don't even know what to do with it and you don't know how to behave yourself.
Yep. That's like me in fucking '97. I got to Japan. Rocky's probably the same way. Hey, we was fucking quiet. Didn't pocket party. You know, I couldn't even drink over there because I was only 18.
Well,
drinking age was-
once I turned 20, dude, I was like,
But the people that we
Yeah.
went out with, right? Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's okay. You can drink. Let's go party. Let's go to Pungy, all that shit, right?
I did go to Roppongi and I was 19. So, like, I went out there with Dan Paz. Remember Paz? Paz and
Oh,
Garcia
yes.
and maybe Grijalva
Oh, yes.
was with me. I don't know. Maybe Grijalva was out there with me. I don't
Yeah. Just do it.
know.
I remember Rocky for the first time. It was in the apartment, and I think we were all fucking drunk. And I think you passed out on the deck.
I might have. Who knows?
Fuck.
Dude,
You should have seen Rocky when he set the bar on fire in Australia with the flaming Lamborghini.
dude, like some of the shit that we've done or seen, like if you put that shit in a movie, it would be like the fucking fun. It would be funnier than like Tropic Thunder,
Yeah.
you know, or Airplane,
Sure,
or
so-
fucking The Naked Gun, or anything like that. It'd be hilarious because it's like, yeah, real people did this shit.
Well, the Hangover got close when they did the one in Thailand. They got close. That one did.
Like, did you die?
See,
Dude, when I seen that one, that gave me flashbacks to Thailand. The shit we did, I was like, oh, fuck, here we go.
Well, the dude has the fucking Mike Tyson tattoo on his face and everything.
Well, we actually did have one dude on the 5. He was a deck seat, but I can't remember his name. Get railed by a ladyboy.
What?
Yes.
What?
And he was fucking bragging about it. Like, dude, you can't brag about that shit, brother.
He got effed in the A, and he's bragging.
Yes. Yes.
He just got served. You got effed in the A.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
But I mean, I was like, dude, you can't be talking about that shit, dude, because don't ask, don't tell bullshit. False
Yeah,
about
I mean that was like I remember, dude. I remember in 2012 or 2011 when I went to Bahrain, Obama had just lifted that "Don't Ask, Don't Tell," so all the people that were like, you know, that way, they just
came out,
became
didn't they?
like, oh my god, it was like, remember the dude that was really flamboyant in Airplane,
Yep.
and Leon's getting larger and everything. They all acted like that.
I thought she was going to say Garcia on the 5. Fruity.
Oh yeah, I know. I just remember when he got hit in the face by Franklin because he said something to him, and I think we were in Everett when it happened.
Yeah.
And he said something, and that dude just was like, you hear that big snap, and you hear him fall down. And he's got a fat lip, and he's like, "Well, I guess you gotta, not talk shit,
Oh,
not
yes.
be disrespectful."
Oh, yes.
who was that?
Oh, we were talking about when Garcia got hit in the face by Franklin. Franklin ended up getting kicked out. He was an older
Oh,
guy. He was fireman Franklin. I think he was a GSM FN.
Yeah. Franklin was, yeah.
And,
Well, you
and
got to say white Franklin or black Franklin. We had 2 Franklins. One was
He was
white, one was
black.
black.
it was black. He was the black one. He
We
was
had
like,
2 of
The
them.
one with the white blue eyes.
huh?
I remember. I think he was an engineman or something, wasn't he?
He was a GSM, and then Franklin, the other Franklin that was white, he was from Oklahoma. That guy was a great
Yeah.
storyteller.
Yep.
Like if you had a storyteller on the boat, that was the dude that could tell the fucking story. You know what I mean? He
Shit.
told us the story about when his girlfriend was going to they were in Oklahoma City when the Oklahoma City bombing happened. And he said his girlfriend, she was a pretty blonde chick, got hit in the face by debris from the explosion and it gave her a scar on her face. And I remember she had like a scar on her face. The blonde girl, I forget her name. But he brought her out there to Everett when we were stationed out there back in the day.
Yeah. When she came out is when fucking.
I don't remember her name though.
Well, I remember her face because when they had an apartment with fucking Ferguson, right? Fucking, that's the first time I ever smoked weed. Was at their house, and I was humping the fucking walls. Shit was so fucking strong. You know.
Yum.
Hell, we all smoked weed. I did anyways. Fuck, I did coke on the fire too.
Dude, when I was in the Navy, I did not risk any of that crap.
I just
My
did the
dumb
one
ass-
time and I got busted.
Yeah, you didn't
because
take
it
no
was like
knives.
the next day you came back, right?
Yeah, the day I came back from the funeral, they tested me.
Of course they did. Was it random or it was just because you'd been gone for so long? It's probably because you've been gone for so long.
But it was random.
Oh, it was?
So,
Yep.
yeah, and I tried to avoid them the whole damn day, but
They always
And
find
then-
you.
yeah, and then there was Baker was like, just take some niacin.
But you gotta take that shit hours beforehand too.
I didn't. Obviously, I didn't. And they're like, contaminate it. Put some oil under your fingernails.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
Oh, I know. Like, I had to be one of those, a urinalysis coordinator later on. I was like the chief on the boat that had to do all
PP
that.
checker.
I fucking hated that job. I hated it, man. I hated
Well,
urinalysis. Like, I had a whole staff on the carrier just for urine analysis.
You just didn't want to look at cocks all day long, Rocky. That's
No,
it.
I didn't want to fucking look at that crap.
No.
Who wants to fucking look at that crap?
I would say
The
let
girls-
a
the
female
girls had to
inmate
look
do
at
that, right?
The girls had to look at the pee come out of the vagina too. It was like, oh my God. Like I remember I was like second class or a first class and this guy was with me. He's like, I have to see it come out of your dick, man. I was like, all right, here you go. You liking that?
I think Foster watched me, and she just read a book the whole time.
Foster? Oh, Dawn, right? Dawn?
Yeah. She lives in
Yeah.
Kansas City now.
Got 3 girls, I think, and the boy that she had before.
I don't
Yeah,
know
they
if she
moved it.
got out of the Navy or stayed. I don't know if anyone on the five besides me and a few others stayed in the Navy that long.
Well, Dawn did. She just retired, but I don't know if she did active. I think she might have did reserves. I don't know, but I know she got her retirement thing.
I mean,
I see
like
that on Facebook.
I know that Ensign Stewart, now Captain Stewart, stayed in the Navy a long time. Owen,
Yeah.
Ian 2 Owen, now Chief Warrant Officer Owen, and I don't
The
know
blonde?
anyone else.
Was he blonde?
Oh yeah, pretty boy. Oh yeah,
And then
and he's
I
been
stayed-
retired too. So yeah,
I know my ex. He retired E7 actually, but
that motherfucker made chief. How the fuck did he make chief?
Who, Wilson?
Yes.
Yeah. He ended up having to be medically discharged because his mental stability was just not there.
When did he retire?
2014.
Oh, so that was the year I made chief.
That
I
was yeah.
feel-
He made after he spent 9 months in patient hospital for his mental health, and he made chief while he was in there. He didn't even get to do anything with it. They medically discharged him.
And I can't believe he made chief all the bullshit he was trying to pull too. That's what I'm saying.
I don't remember.
You know?
I just remember like he took care of my car while I was gone for a while.
Dude,
You know?
we used to party a lot when he got to the five. Fuck him, partied a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think I partied with Wilson too back in the day.
But
Right,
his
listen
idea
with
was picking up women was
Right,
going
listen
to the
with
bowling
them.
alley. I'm like, what the fuck are you going to the bowling alley for, motherfucker? You know?
There's
Pick up women.
Shotzi's right down the road. Go to Shotzi's.
You know, when him and I got together, and you guys were getting ready to go on that deployment to the Gulf.
Yeah.
He did everything in his power to break his leg, break his arm, break
I
whatever
know
he
he
could
did.
break.
I know he did. He did not want to go.
Wanted me to ride over his leg with his truck. So
You know why? Because in 1998 there was an STG 3 or 2 that did that shit.
Oh.
He had someone run over his toe or his foot to break it, and
Yeah.
he was in a cast, and he did not go on the deployment in 1998 when we did the counter drug ops. in
Yeah.
Mexico.
But it became a thing for him. Every time he had to deploy, he would do whatever he could to get out of it because he was very controlling. So he was actually over in the Gulf on the Ramage and punched a door, like a hatch, and busted his hand. So they sent him home. Oh,
Damn.
but
Fuck that. I'd rather be like, okay, vacation time. Let's go. You know?
I don't get it. I couldn't do that. Like,
Yeah. I
I,
mean,
I
was
enjoyed
like,
deploying.
I
Hell
was
yes.
like, dude, like imagine you're a chief. This is your second boat. You went from second class and then you made first class and then chief.
Yep.
And then you're like second command, third command as a chief. You go to a ship. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm ready to do this. I
Yep.
didn't want to retire off a boat like I did, but I did. And I was like, I got to see what it's like to be a chief on a fucking ship, which is pretty cool. You know what I mean? And like, the great thing was I had a pretty good chief's mess, and the fucking Navy cooks loved me. So like I'd have this girl that worked for me, and she'd work there, and I guess I was the chief that everyone could talk to. Being an MA, you can't really do that, but I was like that. I guess they liked me. I didn't treat them like shit. She made me chocolate chip cookies this big. They were big enough for a fucking plate. She's like, I made this for you, chief. I'm like, dude, you're fucking awesome. I love you. Keep doing great things. You know.
That's why you got fat, eating all those good sweets.
No, I got fat. I got fat after I got out of the Navy, and then I had that. I got COVID, and then I got that blood clot in my leg, and I couldn't work out for 6 months after that because I had to take blood thinners, and then I had to recover from that shit. So now,
Would they put you on warfarin?
Huh?
They put you on warfarin?
It was Eliquis.
Eliquis? Yeah.
Yeah.
my mom is on a blood thinner. She got attacked by a moose. On it.
The
What the
doctor
fuck?
told me. The doctor
fucking
told
moose?
me, he's like, I'm glad you came in right now because if you would have not come in right now, you might have gotten a stroke and died.
You
Oh my
you,
God.
you,
That was
you
in
had a
20
very good chance.
I had
yeah.
just retired from the Navy. I had only been retired from the Navy for almost 4 months,
Mhm.
and I almost died. So now I'm working out, and I'm starting to get in shape. It's taken me 6 months to get any difference in my body, but it's starting to work. But-
Just drink
I'm down
more beer.
Difference from last year.
huh?
I'm down 100 pounds since last.
Well, good for
Yeah.
you. I'm
That's
proud of
good.
you.
That's good.
Are you feeling better?
I am. So I'm supposed to have a double knee replacement, but I think I'm able to put that off now because it's just a lot easier on my knees since I've lost so much weight.
That's
Well,
good, though.
my
Yeah.
wife has been working out, and she's lost a significant amount of weight, and she doesn't hurt as much now, which is, what I want. I don't want her to be in pain. Who wants someone that you love to be in pain or tired all the time, right?
It's good. Yeah.
Pepper's
Just
always a pain.
Bumper,
Just one.
Just one.
let me put you in these stirrups real quick.
His soon to be ex-wife.
Oh man, that's
You still there, Jamie?
They accidentally hit the wrong button on my screen.
yeah,
Wow.
but yeah, that's good. I mean, I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. Keep it up.
I was doing the gym like every day for 2 years and I didn't lose anything. And I was making my meals and I had to get on that Monjaro, and that's basically what's
What is
helping
it?
me. Monjaro.
Is that a shot
Monjaro?
or something?
It's for type 2 diabetes. So within 4 months of being on it, my A1C went from 7.0 down to 5.2. So I'm no longer type 2 diabetic.
Well, that's good.
And
I remember there was
It's been good.
There was a guy, and he's this guy that's into Hebrew Christian stuff, right? This guy claims he was a fan. Bill Schnoebelen. That's what his name is. William Schnoebelen. If you ever look him up, he's got some crazy fucking stories about religion and everything. This guy said he got rid of type 2 diabetes, I think it was, by just eating vegetables. I don't know how true it is, but it's interesting. Like he did like a plant-based diet or something like that.
Okay.
Like a
I
plant-based
need to have
diet.
meat. I need to have meat though.
Yeah, I
You
know.
gotta have
I
the
know.
protein. Plant-based is not good. You gotta have some protein in that supplement.
I agree, but
Got to.
he
Got
did that, and he did that where he ate like fresh vegetables and fresh fruits because it's different when you cook the fruit. When you cook the fruit at a certain degree or the vegetables at a certain degree, it loses the nutrients or whatever it is that they have when they're fresh, right?
It's better raw, or you leave the skin on it.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And so
Yep.
he did it that way, and he got rid of it that way. So it's kind of like, well, I mean, diet is probably everything.
I'm going to introduce you guys to my boyfriend.
Oh,
I was in the Navy. This is Aldretti, Rocky. And and
Hey, what's
then Jason is somewhere.
Yeah,
And
right.
then there's Gilly. And then
Yep.
Brett.
Nice to meet you guys.
So,
nice
this
to
is
meet you.
Jamie.
James.
Jamie.
James.
Jamie and James, huh? A lot of J's going on around there.
Yes.
That's
I call
weird.
him Jamie, but it goes by James.
Screaming out each other's names. It's just weird.
It gets pretty
Well-
exciting.
Jamie, 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 Jamie.
My name is Jamie. James, Jamie.
That's weird.
Like Bond. My name is Paul. James.
That's funny.
Yeah, that is pretty funny.
Oh, you can't use the green pepper. It's gross.
You don't like green peppers?
I love them, but the one I have is not in good shape.
Ah,
Oh.
shit. Throw some char. Just throw some char on that damn thing. You'd be good.
It has stuff leaking out of it, and I just got it last week.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah, got you. Yeah, I wouldn't even give that to the dogs. I'd throw that out.
I wouldn't even give it to my dog.
My dog would look at me like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
There's.
Oh yeah, you got like a little ass dog.
He is the best little guy ever.
I got a Saint Bernard, so
Oh, I've always wanted one of those, but my
She's a-
allergies, I don't think I could do it.
she's a small one though. She's only like 85 pounds.
Only.
Well, my Great Pyrenees was 140 when I had to put her down. I mean, she was all pure muscle.
Those white.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. She was a fucking beast. Yeah, I was gonna say, I haven't seen you since I was up there for that Christmas party for our command up there when I was a recruiter.
I
That
guess
was-
Were
I
you
probably
married
haven't
to
seen
your
you since
wife that you're
2000.
getting divorced with now?
So I was-
So haven't you?
I was
You
married
were
to
married-
my second wife when I was up there for the command up there. Yep. We got
Okay.
that was my son's wife mom, my son's mom. So Melissa and I in Washington got married, got
He was the one that was
divorced.
a lot older than you, right?
No, she was way younger.
She was way younger.
She was younger than me. All my wives have been younger than me.
Why did I think you were with like a 40-year-old woman?
Probably because I was banging a 41-year-old woman, I think, on Casino Road.
Yeah. What? Yeah, because we were in that
Oh,
apartment.
man.
Yeah,
Uh,
because I used to get on. Because I used to come home and I would jump on the computer and jump on AOL and all the chat rooms and then find chicks to hook up with.
We all lived in that 2-bedroom, and you
Yeah.
had your own room because you paid more rent than everybody else.
Well, I didn't really have my own room because Unruh had the room with me.
Oh, yeah.
that dude was a character. Does anybody talk to Unruh anymore?
Mm,
You
I
know,
haven't.
I looked him up because he's from Minnesota, up by
Yep.
Bemidji.
Yep.
And I see like his family on there because I recognize the names he would talk about, but I've never seen him.
He's not on social media at all. He's not.
That's the apartment
I
though
could
that he
never
was.
picture him on social media. He's probably sitting at home making Joel's potatoes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
it
have
That's
is.
the
some pop.
apartment.
Let's have some pop together, eh? Want to drink some
That's the
pop?
apartment. That's the apartment that he was working on his motorcycle in the bedroom. Was that one on Casino Road?
I remember hearing about that shit. Working
Yeah,
on a
so
motorcycle in the bedroom.
I
I
fucking
remember hearing that.
flipped out on him because there was gas and oil all over the carpet, and I didn't want to. I was getting fucking hot because I smoked at the time too, and I was like, I don't want to fucking blow up in the fucking room because there's fumes everywhere. It's fucking
Were you guys
bullshit.
trying to recreate the explosion and fire in fucking Zoolander or something?
I swear, dude. But yeah,
Individual.
but yeah, that's probably why you remember me with an older woman because I used to bang all kinds of chicks that I'd meet off AOL.
You were married to her.
Huh?
I thought you were married to her.
No, I got
Huh.
married after that apartment. Actually, when I moved in with Pirates and Richardson and Little, that's when I met. That's when I met Melissa, and got married to her, and then we divorced in 2006, 2005, 2006, and then I met my son's mom and got married to her, and then we got divorced when I came back from Afghanistan in 2014, when I was a contractor, and then because I got out of the Navy in 2012, and then divorced her in 2014, met my current wife, got married in 2016 after I came home from Iraq as a contractor, and now I'm going through a divorce with her. So
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Well, I've only been married the once, and
it's crazy.
I stayed way too long. But what do you do?
Yeah, I haven't. No, I'm kind of going back to my old ways, just meeting chicks off the internet and banging, and that's about it.
You got to be careful with that crap. I mean, look what happened to that one fucking dude, Shannon Sharp.
Shannon
He got
Sharp.
with the OnlyFans girl, and then she said she fucking put a lawsuit on him where he's got to pay like $50 million.
Yeah, he's talking about the old football player, Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, like you got to be careful, dude.
No,
You got to make him sign a contract and sign it in fucking blood.
I have some contracts, but not for that.
Hey, just be like Sheldon on Big Bang Theory, right there with contracts, right there. Hey, I thought about doing that. Like, okay, there ain't gonna be no lovey-dovey shit, just gonna be pure sex. Come on, sign this form right here. You know.
It never worked.
So,
I'm if anything happens, I'm leaving in the U.S. for good.
shit, if I could fly, I would already be in fucking Thailand. I'd go to Thailand, come back when I have river, come back and fly to Thailand when I didn't have them.
Well, my son's got 4 years left of school, and then he's moving to college. So, who knows? Maybe
Get your
I'm gonna.
passport. Get your passport.
Oh, I have a passport. I'm on my second one because I fucking I'm one of the few Americans that have tourist visas to Iraq and Afghanistan. Seriously, I literally
You have the maroon passport?
No, I used to. I used to have one of those. That's a diplomatic passport.
Yeah, I had one of those, and then I had the regular blue one.
Yeah, no, I actually went into Iraq and Afghanistan as a tourist. I have actually, hang on. I think it's right here. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Tucker.
Hang on.
That's
I'm going to turn my background off, and then that way you guys can see it. So this is my original passport. Here is my Afghanistan visa.
Look at that baby face. Look at that.
Yep. And then next to it is the UAE, Dubai. And then let's see here. Here's another UAE. Here's Sarajevo, Bosnia.
Jeez.
Here's Zurich, Switzerland. And then where is another Dubai, another Bosnia. Oh, here's Iraq. Theirs is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's got the hologram and everything of the country and everything.
Yep.
That one actually. So what's funny is I'd get the visas to get into Iraq and Afghanistan, and then I would disappear. They couldn't find me. And so I would stay longer than my visa because I had work to do. And so like Istanbul, like this is Turkey's. It's a sticker.
Yep.
And then they stamp on top of it. But yeah,
Just can't be like Bond and marry a fucking hooker. Come on now.
no, I'm not gonna marry a hooker. I don't even know if I'm gonna remarry, you know? I'm to the point where it's just like, yeah. But I do have a new passport, and I need to start filling it. So
Jamie,
I will
I give him
see-
2 years. He's gonna be remarried since he
No.
made that statement.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
2 years would be a rush, dude.
2 years, you'll be remarried, guaranteed.
Nah, that'd be a rush. I couldn't do that.
Because everybody I've ever known that said I'm not getting married, whether it be a man or a woman, right? Within 2 or 3 years, they was remarried. Every one of them.
I'll be right back. I gotta refill me drink. It's a sailor. I'll be right
Okay.
back.
I got 9 years not remarried.
But did you ever say you would never get remarried?
No, I never said that.
See?
I tried to talk my boyfriend into it, but he hides from it.
That's like when I got divorced, my family asked me, "Well, you ever go get remarried?" I said, "I'm not going to be that guy that says I'll never get married again." So,
I said I don't know. I'm not opposed to it, but I also
You're not
don't
looking
want
for
to.
it?
No, definitely not looking for it. You know, definitely not looking for it. I don't know.
So where are you guys all at?
I'm back home in Missouri.
You're in Missouri. I was just in Missouri.
We're at Kansas City, St. Louis.
Kansas City. My youngest sister moved to Kansas, and so I drove through a couple weeks ago to go see her.
Shit, you was
come
on about an hour and a half
through-
from me then.
Did you come
Huh?
through Iowa or did you go through somewhere else?
I came through Iowa, I-35.
You were you were a couple ways because you came down through Des Moines then, if you came through 35.
Where are you at?
I'm in Davenport, Iowa.
Oh, okay. Isn't
I'm
that
right
kind
on
of
I'm right on the edge of Iowa and Illinois on the river, Mississippi.
yeah, I've been to the casino over there, the boat casino.
Yeah, they don't have it anymore. They don't have the boat anymore.
Oh, they don't.
No, that's actually my background is my downtown.
Okay, yeah, we went up there for a weekend and gambled at the casinos and
Yeah, there's some good ones around here. But yeah, I'm still in Davenport. That's where I was recruiting out of when I saw you went for that command Christmas party. So
then Rocky, are
Rocky's-
you in Texas?
He's in North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Yep.
Oh,
then Little Tate's in Virginia right now, going to Indiana.
is
Little Tate, Smitty.
I don't know.
Little Matt Smith. He had a couple of nicknames. He had Little Tate. Huh?
Who did they used to call Snatch? I can picture his face, but I can't
Oh,
remember his name.
Hines. Snatch. Hines.
Snatchamoto. He was called Snatchamoto. Fucking
Yeah.
the guy that Veronica liked a lot.
No.
Otto called him
Yeah.
Snatchamoto.
Yeah.
I think Mick McCauley called him Snatchamoto too.
Yep.
Because
Everybody
they're
did.
like, dude, you look like fucking Quasimodo. But
He
Zach
did.
was dude. That guy
Well-
was a really good. He was a really good welder, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. He
the
was
best
better.
on
Than,
the ship.
he was better than the rest of them.
He was the best on the ship. The guy could
Best
weld.
best HT welder. Give you that.
Yeah.
Because I could weld just as good as he did. Because I had the qualifications just like he did. It's come out of high school.
Yeah.
Where Becky did, Gardner, Wood did not. That's why I said best HT welding. I'll give him that. Yeah. You know, but no, he's somewhere. I think West Virginia or something like that. I think last time I seen him on Facebook,
I think he has a bunch of daughters too.
he's got daughters.
I bet
Oh.
that's fun.
Probably married for a reason.
Huh?
I mean, I only have one.
I have a bunch of daughters.
But
Well, that's like
there's another girl that I treat as a daughter, and she's actually my wife's cousin that was born in 1999, and her dad kind of just like abandoned her, kind of
Oh.
thing. So so when I met Heidi in 2002 and we got together in 2003, I met her in 2004 when I actually went to North Carolina where my wife is from, right? And so I've been kind of like, I guess, a fatherly influence on her.
That's
Trying to help her.
good because kids need that. Well,
So, and there was another girl that was my son's friend that she had a really bad relationship with her father. And she just turned 25 this year. And she's like, she asked me some crazy questions like, how do you make a guy happy? And I said what a guy's going to say. I said, empty balls, a full stomach, and peace, That's all you got to do. It's like there's this girl on TikTok. She says, fuck them, feed them, and leave them alone. That's all you got to do. And
it's not hard.
It's not hard. It's not hard. But I was like, listen, like that's all you have to do. But you need to like the guy. Like the guy and he'll love you back, respect him and he'll love you back. You get what you need.
yeah. It's definitely
She just had a kid this year. So she's doing pretty good too. And she's married, but she lives up in Connecticut somewhere now. Because
So do you work, Jamie?
yes, I work from home.
Do you? Nice.
Yeah, I work for Olmsted Medical Center, so I do the nurse triage line. I do the messaging.
Okay.
what does that mean? The messaging.
That means everybody who is angry about something, or they want all their drugs, or they think they're dying, they
Sure.
call us, and we are the buffer between them and the nurses. So we determine if they just need to make an appointment or if they need to talk to a nurse.
So do you talk to people all over the country or the world?
No, just Minnesota. Usually
Okay.
Olmsted County, so just local Southeast Minnesota.
I want you to say, yes, Minnesota.
You got that Minnesota accent now. You
Minnesota.
did.
Minnesota.
Yes, he does.
It's all muddled together now.
It's pretty funny.
Alaska, Minnesota, it's all.
They're kind of the same thing. I mean, they're all Canada.
You guys remember when South Park, the movie, came out in 1999?
Oh yeah.
Blame
No.
fucking Canada song.
Blame Canada. Mhm.
Oh, man. And then Uncle Fucker. Like,
Yeah.
the songs,
See-
the music in that movie were pure gold.
Unruh used to get so pissed at me because I was always call him Canadian. 'Cause
Canuck. Canuck.
I would always
What are you
call
doing,
Unruh
Canuck?
a Canadian, and he's like,
Like,
"I'm not from
oh,
Canada."
good stuff, Maynard. You say that all the time.
Or
He would get so mad.
remember when Michael Kelly, remember Mikey? Like
Yeah.
DCFN, DC3, DC2 Kelly,
Yeah.
like they would call him boot camp. And this was back when we were in Japan. And he would like Mick and everybody would call him boot camp, right? And we were kind of like boot camps too. He's like, I'm not a boot camp. I went to A school.
That's why they started calling him that, because he thought he was better than some of the guys that's up there like us. Because he had an A school, we didn't.
He was different. So,
But I think that guy out of everyone was meant to be a firefighter. I think he's a firefighter now.
Yeah, he is in Colorado at an airport. Yeah,
Probably the chief of the fire department or something. Probably
yeah, he's an officer or something of it.
he's probably up there because he was designed for that kind of job.
That's what gave him a hard on all the time. But I would like to ask his wife, Brianna, right, since they're still married, if he talks about firefighting when they're doing it.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me? That's silly, dude.
I
They
could-
probably don't
Put a
talk about
fog
that
pattern
stuff.
on it. Put a fog pattern on it.
If fucking he would be the one that would talk like that, guaranteed. He would be.
I just remember the blue Ford Ranger, dude.
Oh yeah, that's
Chill on it.
fuck yeah. Fuck, we just don't fucking, since he had the speakers in the back, right? I mean, of his fucking extended cab. You go and fit one person up there, so the rest of us, we was in the back with a keg all the time.
I think I slept in the back of his truck one time when we went camping. I can't remember.
Yeah, you did. That's when I had that Jeep and all that shit. We went out
I
to the
remember. I
mountains.
remember the Jeep, dude, and we were riding in it, and then something happened, and it broke.
I broke the rear
axle.
end on the bitch.
The
I broke that rear end, shattered it.
Yeah, and then we had to drive 45 minutes on the freeway,
Yeah, on
whatever it
just
was.
on the front wheels.
Yeah,
It's a good thing it was four wheel drive.
Minnesota.
Minnesota, yeah. And I go in here.
So
Last time I was in Minnesota was, what was that? Fuck, that was 97 when I was flying to Japan. Last time.
I've never been to Minnesota once.
What?
That was the first time going to that airport. Oh my God, I've got lost in that motherfucker.
The closest,
Yeah.
closest up north I've ever been was Chicago.
Okay.
I mean, and then I went
I've
to
been up to
DC.
Minnesota
I've been
quite
to
a bit.
DC, but I've never been to like New York or anything else.
I've been in New York during Fleet Week. I like New York during Fleet Week, but I wouldn't want to live there.
I remember what, dude, when I went in the Navy and then I went to the I flew from LAX and it was like an 18-hour flight all the way to Narita.
Narita. Yeah.
Narita
Try to
Airport.
fly from Kansas City to Minneapolis, and from Minneapolis straight to there. That's a short flight for you, LA.
Dude, it was a long flight. Like I remember, dude, like it was just 1997. So the Marines were wearing their class alphas or whatever. I had a fucking Magnum PI shirt on.
They told us
Some blue jeans. Either it was Janko's, it was either Janko jeans or something like that, and some
Oh my
Jordans on.
because they told us to fly in civvies, not fly in
Yeah.
uniform.
Yeah. So like,
Shit.
But I suppose, guys, I should hop off here. This dinner's ready. So.
All right, Jamie.
okay,
It was nice talking to you guys, though.
Yep.
yeah, please,
come
please.
back on another time.
Come back on another time.
Just let me know when you guys are on. So
We're
I
on
just
every
randomly-
Sunday and every Tuesday. So
I will.
just send us a message.
We-
Say, hey,
We
Whenever
go
you wanna
live
come back
on
to all, say,
Sunday-
hey.
We go live on Sundays, I think, on YouTube.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, okay.
but
Tuesdays we do Facebook. We flip flop back and forth when we do the lives.
but now that
Okay.
my kids are out of school, we might be able to do more throughout the week. I don't know. It's up.
You guys have kids in school still?
Huh?
I said you guys don't have kids in school still?
My kids' last day, my daughter's last day was today because she had her AOGs today. My son had his EOGs yesterday in high school. So they don't have to go to school
Okay.
tomorrow. Tomorrow's actually the last official day of school, I guess.
This is my son's first week without school.
Shit, Missouri's been out for over 2 weeks.
Missouri.
I don't even know. All my kids have been out of school forever. Oh,
I still got 8 more years to go on that. So
I got 4.
I got till 2029.
well, I guess I got 2 in college, but I don't.
college don't count. They're on their own.
That's different. Yeah.
Oh,
Complex.
but all right. Well, you guys take care, and I'll jump on again.
You
All right.
take
Sounds
care,
good.
All right,
Jamie.
Jamie.
Nice talking to
Yeah,
you.
bye.
See you,
See
Jamie.
ya.
Bye.
Bye bye. Well, that was cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wish more people would do that.
I know, right?
Aye, more of the sailors come on and talk to other sailors about sailor shit.
Well, I think more people will. They just a lot of people probably don't ain't much comfortable talking on camera like that.
I don't really care. I don't feel like I'm like
Yeah.
I don't feel
But-
like I'm under a spotlight or anything like.
But a lot of people, they're more reserved what we are. You know, just think about the first episode me and Little Tate did, right? And before you came on the second one at Rocky,
Yeah.
we had Joe on that first one. Me and Little Tate, we've sat for months trying to, get everything straightened out. We're like, fuck it. Let's just dump it in the fucking deep end of this motherfucker. Just see what goes. Fuck it. You know?
You know what? It's fun.
Oh, yeah.
Hey Gilly,
What?
you remember you went on my friends list and you were like, "What about her?"
Yeah.
You sent me that picture.
Yeah.
I just got a message. She's like, "Are you getting back with your wife?" I'm like, "No." She goes, "Didn't know if you want." I was like, "What? No, why?" And she's like, "Didn't know if you wanted to visit or not."
Hey, well, the reason though she came up as a suggested friend on mine page.
What?
Yes, because a lot of times if you're friends with them, right, it'll say
Yeah.
if you're friends with someone else. I was like, that's why I said, damn, Thumper, you need to be fucking tapping that ass. Come on, why are you tapping this shit? You know?
Yeah, she just messaged me asking if I needed a visit.
Hey, I wouldn't turn it down. Fuck.
I said I could always use a visit. Yeah, she used to be. So she was an EMT here in town when I was a paramedic here in town, but she was on a different shift. So I was on the 1700 to 05 shift, and she was on the 1800 to 06 shift. But her paramedic, I was actually friends with her paramedic, and I still am. He works for a different ambulance service now, and I don't know what she does now, but she's not an EMT anymore. But yeah, she ain't bad looking for sure.
Yeah, I'd be fucking tap that if I was you. Fucking have her come over, service you. They done.
She actually lost a bunch of weight too, which I was really surprised to see. I was happy for her because she was not healthy before. Now she's pretty healthy. So,
Well, just make sure it ain't all skin and bones. Still gotta have a little cushion for the pushing.
oh, she's not all skin and bones. No.
What, Rocky?
Nothing, just cushion for the push. And I'm like, why don't you just build some muscle? Muscle's not always hard. It's kind of, soft when it's not flexible. Aye, that'd be cushion for the pushing too with muscle.
Well, you just don't want to start fucking those bodybuilder girls that's fucking got more muscle than fat.
I can't, I don't find that attractive.
I don't either.
Like, you know how Gal Gadot looked in Wonder Woman? She was
Yep.
toned.
That's
I
as
like
much
that.
as I want. That's as much as I want them to
Yep.
be.
Yeah.
No more than that.
More than anything, I just want them to be, I want them to have the energy and not be like completely tired all the time.
One of my ex-girlfriends, she when I worked for when I was a recruiter, she was working for Militich Fighting Systems at Champions Gym for the UFC fighters. She can go from looking like that to like completely ripped when she does like competitions and stuff. And it's almost scary because I like her when she's not like completely ripped for competitions. But she can get fucking weird big, and I don't like it. I didn't like it. She was like rock hard, and I'm like, I don't like this shit.
Yep. Yeah, if they got a rock hard ass, fuck, you ain't no fucking pushing. There ain't no cushion there.
Well, you end up with fucking bruised pelvis.
Yeah, exactly.
There was a chick I banged that hard, and I literally had bruises from it. I think it was more because of her bone, but her pelvic bone.
Your gun is digging into my hip.
A while back ago, I had a chick message me afterwards and tell me that she was way too sore down there after I was done with her.
Next time, don't fuck her with a prosthetic leg.
I said, you know what? that's a good enough compliment for me. And she was like, well, it wasn't like a true compliment because it hurts. And I'm like, well, you walked away with a smile on your face. That's all that mattered.
Oh yeah. Oh shit.
All right, boys. So what do you want to do? Do you want to end it? Because it's been 2 hours, I think.
Has it been?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a little bit over 2 hours. Yeah, we'll go ahead and end it. So
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. It was good talking to you guys, and hopefully we'll get more shipmates on board to
Yep.
talk. All right, let me ding us out. Pfeiffer's departing.